much worse for Shiki, so he's holding out. Turtle fight already started. Yehezkiel pre-fire on that feathered airstrike. Turtle secured by Sutsujin. In the paint he goes with the Unleash the Beast, still holding on to that Shockwave Blast. The split, and the bite down. Fabian falls. And now, that's a grab by Aran. Oh, he's going nowhere. They're just waiting for him to eject himself, and he gets blasted. Double kill from Usurper. No one home, and the engage, the unstoppable force. Oh, the jump in! Coming in from Dyron, the punish on the Witty, forcing the flicker back. And now, Witty falls. Yehezkiel here as well, down.
Still has the range.
Respecting Aaron Shiki here. Edok with the concealed play. In goes Rins, blasting Aaron Shiki into the back line. Committing to the bit. Goes for the fair airstrike, point blank. Aran trying to go for it with the grab, but it might be too late. Ready, and this is a debut glue pick for Dyron, for Aran, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is interesting because again, if we're talking about
Yes,
like
it is.
matchup to matchup right now,
When you have a Valentina, get the ult, set up the ult, pop it. For Yehezkiel, for the rest of Liquid ID, is just, all right, we're gonna kill the Valentina.
Okay, I would understand that sentiment if it was not a Valentina on Rins.
All right.
Okay.
All right, yeah, you're right.
We talked about it in game number 1. Rins is a very aggressive mid laner. He's the type of person to flicker in front just to get that final say in the kill.
I fell in love with this Kadita in F6.
Exactly.
And they lost that game.
But, okay, hey!
What?
That's not nice.
That's my team I'm talking about. I'm so Kingdom.
You're so Kingdom? That was nice.
Hey,
I was laughing
a
now.
good friend would never lie to another.
That's true. But the fact that Rins on this Valentina opted for a little bit more sustainability does, put to show that he does want to be a little bit more aggressive and more forward with the Valentina. So it is in line and in suit to his identity as Rins.
Yep. And with this Tigreal in Edok's hands, which is still at 100% win rate, Yehezkiel and Witty are going to have a lot of trouble. That Jawhead, again, can only do so much, and if anything, it's a 50-50. You're throwing a Tigreal who wants to be in the middle of everything, a Lucas into the middle of everything.
Sorry, I was thinking about it. Fabian Impure Rage, not Killing Spree.
Yep, that's pretty old school.
So it does make sense. I think Sutsujin is a lot more, tanky, I guess, as a Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's the plan that Fabian wants in this particular game, wants to respect that outcome.
RRQ HOSHI have ill intentions here. Oh, the flicker! And the Sacred Hammer! They're trying to fight back, but it's not enough! Edok does go down, but a winning trade for RRQ. Fabian falls!
That's exactly what they have to do, right? Punish Fabian on the Suyo. Suyo is only as strong as how long he's alive. So the fact that a takedown very quickly at that, RRQ should have the better foot ground on this neutral objective. So Tsujin should be able to take it, not even using the Retribution. So he still has that to spare in case he wants to go in for an invade like he might be looking for right now.
Yep, these small incremental advantages, stealing away that Rock Golem, using that Retribution there. I mean, he could have went for something else bigger, but already RRQ are off to a great start. 500 gold up, and the purple buff here barely secured by Fabian. And look at how Edok is just making the river a no-go.
Always just constantly pressuring into the enemy jungle. And that's going to be a problem, right? A lot of information given over.
Yep.
So Fabian's going to be punished.
Oh, unstoppable force on the one. Weedy gets punished hard. The feathered airstrike coming through for Yehezkiel, but they couldn't stay put. RRQ HOSHI refused to stand and take those salvos to the face. Now we're facing another issue here. With Aran on the glue, Witty on the Jawhead, this is the same situation a lot of drafts find themselves in. We don't have real peel. Like, these are two forward pushing initiators. Like, they don't have a way to keep their opponents in place.
Wait a second, Dyron though, 2v1.
Okay.
He's holding his ground.
That's a Tsunami Slam incoming. Dyron repositioning for the airstrike. The flicker away for RRQ's XP laner. No dice.
2v1 still survives, buys enough time. Man, that's rough for TLID, right? It looking like a good pick as a good trade in the first few minutes of this game to a final leveling moment, but unable to look for that.
What's Witty thinking? He's just sitting in that L brush on the west side of the river. And Yehezkiel is doing his best to kind of fire him up. And look at this, Edok. He's just a little statue there.
He's a sentry. Is that what you call it? No, a ward.
He's both.
He's both. All right. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we do see the Toy and Aaron Shiki lane. It looks like
Shiki's having a better...
Toy.
Yeah. Toy
is ahead in gold.
Toy's ahead in gold, but this could be much worse for Shiki, so he's holding out. Turtle fight already started. Yehezkiel pre-fire on that feathered airstrike. Turtle secured by Sutsujin. In the paint he goes with the Unleash the Beast, still holding on to that shockwave blast. The split, and the bite down. Fabian falls. And now that's a grab by Aran. Oh, he's going nowhere. They're just waiting for him to eject himself, and he gets blasted. Double kill for the Mercenary.
He's 3-0-1, Leo. Sutsujin on his signature pick, Lucas. 3-0-1, killing spree as well. That's a lot of damage. How do TLID kind of, combat that?
At
How?
best, they find an ejector that's isolated onto him, and then Shiki goes wild. I guess that's the only other part of this equation we don't have yet. The solution might be in Shiki.
I mean, technically, Sutsujin has a layer of anti-CC on the Lucas, right?
Yes. But again, the damage that Sutsujin could only take is so much. So that's where we're hoping Shiki can fix it. Oh, Toonami slam on the Weedy. Taking that little girl with him. Oh no.
Not the little girl, man.
1-5. Oh, the stolen feathered airstrike. Denying Team Liquid ID the defense. 2 feathered airstrikes, but it's not going to take care of that minion wave. One more hit.
Ooh.
Toy's looking for it. Finds it.
Yes, the turret finally falls in favor of RRQ HOSHI, and that's a 3,000 gold lead now for the Kingdom, the Kings of Kings, as they are rallying against the Cavalry here in this third game of the series. 5 minutes in, saving grace, Aaron Shiki, only 1 item so far. Has claws, 2,000 gold behind of Toy on the Granger, who's already picked up the Sky Piercer as well as that Hunter Strike.
Yep, he is about 1,000 and change ahead, which is huge. And plus the range situation, don't get me started with that. Team Liquid ID definitely behind now, 6.5 minutes in. Final turtle spawning in the lower quarter. Yeah, Liquid can't even contest, like they can't even think. There it is up top.
They're both at the same level though, so Fabian's technically caught up, but they are playing the opposite side of the field. That's a lot of damage given over to Aaron Shiki. Still able to get out, but I'm pretty sure this tower is going to fall with the turtle. So much more trades coming in for TLID. Wait, RRQ HOSHI. TLID picking up that tower on the bottom side only as a trade.
Yep, that's Fabian taking care of business here, but that's miserable. Come to think of it, these are Ling things, these are Joy things, these are Hayabusa things when you have a split pushing jungler wherein they can't really pick a fight. But now it's Fabian doing it on a Suyo. Concealed play by Idok, looking for the usurper. No one home, and the engage, the unstoppable force. Oh, the jump in! Coming in from Dyron, the punish on the Witty, forcing the flicker back. And now, Witty falls. Yehezkiel here as well, down underneath. Toy gets 2, and they push him back into their base. RRQ happy with the 2 kills, and of course his turret they're about to take.
2-for-0 trade, and it feels like TLID are engaging in these team fights the exact same way like we saw in that previous game, right? It was Witty jumping over onto Rins, Rins still able to get out, and the re-engage coming through from Dyron, and then they're able to make the team fights a lot more messier for TLID. And RRQ, with the damage that Sutsujin is holding, with the damage that Toy is holding, are able to finish it off.
But there was a time where Messi would be the Team Liquid ID's branding.
Right?
But now, they're trying their best to just get farm on Fabian, get farm on Shiki, and all of these fights happening all over the map is just cramping their style. It's denying them the gap closer. 6,000 gold is a lot. 6,000 gold is a full-on tax bracket.
And you don't be fooled also by the damage that is currently being given over by Rins. He was number 2. Toy was below Rins in the damage dealt. What is his build right now? Just glowing wand. Oh, he was for the Starlim side.
There you go.
Yeah.
Again, it's not even the amount of damage, really. It's what he's done to get to this position wherein he will always get the steal, the feathered airstrike. He doesn't waste time on other ults. There is no second option for Rins and the rest of RRQ. When they say we go for this, they get away with this. And by this, we mean the first lord of the game, 9 minutes in, marching through bot.
I guess the trade-off was Aaron Shiki being able to pick up that tower in the top side of the map, and that is a permanent structure, but in the grand scheme of things, what can RRQ do with this first lord of the game?
It's an inch in a 50-mile run. Mid is where the Lord spawns. I stand corrected. It's a toss-up, and as it is, I think something's gonna break. Something's gonna break. Cause look at that. Look at bottom. Look at bottom. Edok and Toy are working on it.
But remember, Rins doesn't have Feather Airstrike right now, so they don't have the range necessarily. Aside from Toy only, yet Yehezkiel has the Feather Airstrike.
Oh, yes, Gil, taking care of business. Clearing out that wave in mid, even before Lord can jump in, and Liquid taking care of business, taking down that Lord. And now they catch on the one. It's Dyron. It's a bait. It's a Tsunami Slam.
Uh-oh,
Deep behind enemy territory. Down goes Weedy, traded out for Edok. And oh, look at that shockwave blast. Dear God. Liquid ID, 3 members down to half.
That's a disgusting amount of damage. That's going to force a recall. Plus, buy them a little bit more time to put more damage onto this mid-side turret.
Eterna, a recall even inside their own base? That's miserable. Liquid ID are drowning in their own misery. They are down, what is this right now? 8,000 gold.
I think it could be more at this point, right? We're going to see in just a second. But again, 1-for-1 trade, but it looks like still the map control, the dominance still holding on for RRQ HOSHI and the Kingdom.
This whole time though, Shiki hasn't died. That is a silver lining.
Yeah, it is.
Look at how they're protecting him. There's literally 3 bodyguards, and then Aran just patrolling.
There's Berserker Fury finally being built up for Aaron Shiki, but I think still far from the next item.
Oh, Edok with the concealed play finds Weedy. Goes in, gets the ejector, the answer, the takedown. Fabian finds Edok. And look at the back line. Sutsujin gets Aran on him. The grab successful. Aran deep behind enemy territory, looking for that one more.
No.
And no, he's gonna get hit and gets taken down 1-for-1.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade, but in the end, it's still yet another kill given over to Toy. 402 plus a Sky Piercer, so it's still a stack that builds up for him as well. 8,200 gold lead still for RRQ HOSHI.
They're keeping up. Again, they never really stopped. They held onto the waves a little bit, a level of freezing done by the Kingdom, but to be honest, there's very little they have to do to wait. It's 10 seconds until the Lord spawns upper quarter. Team Liquid ID can only pray for more resources at this point.
Which is why in the drafting phase, it was so weird that Yehezkiel opted to go for Barca into the Valentina, considering you're already seeing that being like a big hindrance. There was a Sicilian Open.
I guess.
It's not so much of an ult that has this much value like a Feather Airstrike, right? And we're seeing that RRQ HOSHI, every time they go in for the Siege, it's not as great when Rins does not have the Feather Airstrike.
That's right, but it would have been worse in the early game. At least the Farsa can take care of itself with a Purify and a Wings by Wings. So it was a, pick your poison kind of situation. A catch-22 set up by Kez here.
But at least they would have something more to fight with
That's
in the
right.
late game,
They would have held on. Here, at this moment, 12.5 minutes in, 3-9, 3 inhibitors. Yeah, you would have preferred the Sicilian. That would have taken care of RRQ HOSHI even more, but Kesara, this is the choice that the Ghost made.
Yeah.
It was a team choice to say, hey, we'll invest in the early to mid, but don't blame me if they keep stealing your ult. Don't say you wish you had the Sicilian. Team Liquid ID now hunkering down, biting down, ready for that 3-lane defense.
Oh, but Toy goes in for Wind of Nature as his final item. That's interesting. Yehezkiel still has the range.
Respecting Aaron Shiki here. Edok with the concealed play. In goes Rins. Blasting Aaron Shiki into the back line. Committing to the bit. Goes for the fair airstrike. Point blank. Aran trying to go for it with the grab, but it might be too late. Too many have fallen. RRQ HOSHI are on the base. And now they are at match point.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. RRQ. Match point, signature Rins movement, by the way, in order to collapse into the base of TLID. And the Kingdom are feeling it over there in Jakarta, Indonesia.
My Lord Rins, please forgive me for ever doubting your blind Valentina pick.